Welcome children in another class, and today we will do chapter number 9, that is auxiliary verbs. Now verbs, we all are aware that they are nothing but action words, and when we say auxiliary verbs it means the helping verbs which are with the main verbs, which is attached with the main verbs, and they generally act as the helping verb for the main verbs. So we will just use here one particular words, that is the modal verbs. So modal verbs are verbs which are used with the main verbs to express the different moods, meanings and attitudes. Can, could, may, might, must, ought to, shall, should, will, would, and need, they all are termed as modal verbs. So they are used to express the possibility, certainty, permission and necessity. So let us see here like usage and examples. So like first modal verb we will see is the word ability. When we have to use to show some ability in a given sentence, we use can. Like for example, I can dive. Can you? Then to express certainty, we use the modal verb shall. Like I shall score high marks. You must be the new boy. Okay. Now certainty, because we are sure that he is the new boy, so you must be the new boy. To give instruction, must and should are used. You must be on time. You should not be late. To express an invitation, when we are inviting someone, like you could come with us, so we are inviting. To express the necessity, for example, we must use water wisely. That is a necessity. Then we have to express an obligation, means the duty which we should do, we are bound to do. Like I ought to visit my friend who is unwell, so it is my duty to visit my friend who is unwell. Again, I must finish this homework by Friday. So all this calls for obligation. So we saw that how the modal verbs like can, shall, must, should, could, ought to, must, they are used according to the usage in a sentence. So more usages have been given. To express an offer, when we offer something, like may I help you carry the bag? Would you like me to knit you a scarf? Can I complete the work for you? So we are offering, we are asking for whether they ask, means we are offering our help. Then to express the possibility, possibility may be like I may not come to school tomorrow. It could have been worse than this. All this will be possibility. To express the probability, like it might rain tomorrow. So chances are 50-50, like maybe it will rain, maybe it will not rain. So it is a probability, like it may rain tomorrow. He ought to return this afternoon. So according to his decision, he should return this afternoon. So these are possibly probabilities. Now to give or take permission, you may leave the room. Could we play with your chess set? So we are asking for the permission. To express a request, could you please give me a glass of water? Will you help me carry this bag? Would you help me? Now for giving the suggestions, like you might consider my offer. He may be allowed to come just by tomorrow. Just for tomorrow. Okay, so he may be allowed to come late just for tomorrow. Then shall we go trekking tomorrow? So all these are suggestions. So we are giving the suggestions for some program. To express the want or need, I will need some sugar. If only I could travel the world. So these all are wish. Okay, so these were the modal verbs like may, would, can, might, ought to. So we saw will, would, shall, how they have been used to express the different moods or attitudes in a given sentence. Now, we will see what are modal auxiliaries. Now, when the verbs like be, do and have are used with the main verbs to make tenses or passive forms, that is from active to passive when we change questions and negatives, they are called auxiliary verbs or auxiliaries. So what are the be verbs like is, am, are, was, were, and what are the do verbs? Do, does and did. And what is the have verb? Have, has and had. So let us do will and do. Let us see will and do how it works. The given table shows the usage of the modal auxiliary will. Now we will see how will is used. Like to form the questions like will you come? Then to appear can appear alone when where a main verb has been omitted but it is understood. So here it will be used where the main verb has been omitted. I will go but she will not. But she will not means she will not. Okay, maybe she will not go, we mean that. So here will has been used. It to form the question tags like you will come, won't you? Okay, so will, the past tense of will is won't you. Then one more has been given, you won't, that is the contractual form of will not. So you won't come, will you? So we know in a question tag when it is positive sentence we use a negative question tag. When it is a negative question we use a positive question tag. Now similarly the modal auxiliary do is used in this ways. To form a negative sentence like she did not run fast. To form an interrogative sentence, does she run fast? Then to emphasize an imperative sentence, do that, do shut the door after you leave maybe. So here we see how the do, does and did, that is the do form of modal auxiliary verb, are used in a sentence. Now next is we will see is be and have, how be and have verbs will be used. So we use be. What are the be forms of verb? Is, am, are, was and were. They are used to form continuous tenses. We use have, that is has, have, had, with the past participle form of the verb to form perfect tenses. Okay, like I have done my work, so have done is a past perfect, the work which was done in present time and it was completed, so that is present perfect. So let us see how this be form of verb and have form of verbs are being used. So first is the be form of verb, that is, am, was and were. So children, you have to be very clear when it is asked to fill in the blanks using the be form of verb. It means you have to fill in the blanks using is, am, was, were. And when it is has form of verb, we use has, have and had. So let us see the examples. Like when we use this be form of verb as the main verb, I am happy. So with am we know other verb is being used. So here am is used as a main verb. Then we are students. He was tall and thin. He was being unreasonable. So here was, am and are have been shown as the main verb because no other helping verb have been used. Now as an auxiliary, when we use auxiliary means when we are using this am, is, am, are, was, were with some main verb, like I am writing a book. Writing here is the main verb. So am is the auxiliary here. So I am writing a book. He was wearing a blue shirt. Now let us see how has verb has been used. So has, have and had. I have a pen. So with have no other verb is there. So it is acting as a main verb. He had a coat. they are having lunch. So these are acting as a main verb. Now here has, since it has been used with another verb, so here has is used as an auxiliary verb, like he has played. Now here played is the main verb and has is acting as an auxiliary verb. So he has played a lot of cricket. He had played. Had played, when I say, it is past perfect. Okay, has played, when I say, it is present perfect. So had played becomes past perfect. So played here again is the main verb and had has been used as an auxiliary. He has been playing. So playing at major cricket tournaments. So has been playing, it is something present continuous perfect tenses. Now the students have been playing basketball. So have again has been used as an auxiliary. So here children, we came to learn that what is an auxiliary verb. They are generally or consisting of the modal auxiliaries and auxiliary verbs. Okay, or the when it act as a main verb, that is be form of verb, have form of verb and do form of verb. And also it is used as an helping verb when it is attached with the main verb. So your work is to go through the chapter thoroughly and read the chapter nicely with the examples and try to do the given exercises from letters perfected. So thank you children for listening. Have a good day.